Are you planning a cruise to Alaska? Well, you've come to the right place. We're going to take you through everything that you need to know when planning the Alaska cruise vacation of your dreams. Most people equate cruising with tropical destinations. Why would anyone cruise to chilly, rainy Alaska, where you might be wearing fleece jackets, hats, and gloves in July? Look beyond the iffy weather, and you'll find many reasons to cruise Alaska. Perhaps you're drawn to the gorgeous scenery or the area's cultural and historic riches. With a variety of itineraries, cruise ships, destinations, and activities to consider, no two cruises to Alaska will be the same. First, why should you cruise to Alaska? The 49th U.S. state is home to a beautiful mountainous landscape and an abundance of wildlife, from bald eagles to bears and moose. It possesses a unique gold rush history and a vibrant mix of native Alaskan cultures. You won't find this blend of scenery, outdoor pursuits, history, and culture in any other cruise itinerary. Plus, many of the inside passage ports are tricky to visit by land. For example, Ketchikan is only accessible by air or sea. You cannot visit the breathtaking glaciers of Glacier Bay by car. If you want to explore this region of Alaska, you'll need a ship to get there. Unlike other cruise destinations, Alaskan ports aren't separated by vast bodies of the ocean. When you cruise the Inside Passage, the ship is constantly within sight of land. Most sea days offer something to see, even if not an official scenic cruising day. It's a different kind of cruise experience, and one many travelers are eager to pursue. What are the best Alaska cruise itineraries? Big ships and smaller luxury cruise lines actually tend to follow similar cruise itineraries. Alaska Inside Passage cruises sail round trip from Seattle or Vancouver, perhaps with a stop in Victoria, British Columbia, and explore Southeast Alaska, never reaching Anchorage. They call at the big, tourist-focused Inside Passage ports. One-way cruises travel between Vancouver and Whittier or Seward. These cruises typically visit several Inside Passage ports, but swap Victoria for a more northern Alaska stop, such as Sitka. They take cruisers through the Gulf of Alaska to South Central Alaska, close to Anchorage. The best Alaska cruise itinerary for you depends on what you want to prioritize for your vacation. The benefit of a round-trip cruise is easier and cheaper airlift to the departure ports. You won't have to bother with one-way flights and the longer transit time to and from Anchorage. A one-way sailing is best for cruisers who want to tack on extra vacation time on land to visit Denali National Park or the Kenai Peninsula. To assist with the latter, most cruise lines offer cruise tours, which combine a 3 to 7 night bus tour through Alaska with a week-long cruise. These options are ideal for travelers who want their entire itinerary planned out for them, rather than booking their own lodging, transportation, and activities pre- or post-cruise. Small, adventure-oriented ships offer alternative Alaska cruise itineraries that focus on less touristy ports. These expedition sailings depart from Alaskan ports such as Juneau, Sitka, or Ketchikan, and explore remote islands and wilderness areas. This type of cruise is best for travelers who want to spend their time hiking, kayaking, wildlife viewing, and visiting scenic destinations. What cruise line is best for Alaska? Nearly every major cruise line sails to Alaska, so you have your pick of price points and onboard personalities. Among the big ship lines, Holland America and Princess are known as the Alaska experts. These lines typically base the most ships in this region every summer and offer the largest selection of cruises and cruise tours. They schedule Alaska-specific special events on board, such as Princess's Puppies in the Piazza, featuring baby sled dogs, and the Klondike Festival. They even have their own train cars and hotel properties in Denali and Fairbanks. However, if other lines, such as Royal Caribbean or Norwegian, suit your family's needs and budget better, you will still have a wonderful cruise vacation in Alaska. You might find that these lines offer more competitive pricing, your preferred onboard activities, or more robust kids programming, making them the best Alaska cruise ship for you. Travelers looking for luxury should consider upscale lines such as Crystal, Regent Seven Seas, Seabourn, and Silversea. When is the best time to cruise to Alaska? The Alaska cruise season is short, running mainly from May to September, with a few lines offering sailings in April and October. The best time to cruise varies based on what you prioritize most. The best Alaska cruise weather is typically found in June, when the summer rains haven't ramped up, but the air temperatures are rising. This is the time when the sun barely sets and it's light nearly all day long. July and August are the rainiest months in Alaska and see the most mosquitoes. September starts to get chilly, with rougher waters and shorter days. May is the best month to see waterfalls and wildflowers. June is when the salmon starts to run, and the different species will appear and disappear throughout the cruise season. Denali Lodges and the Park Road open in June, so your best bet for visiting the national park is in July and August for full accessibility and wildlife activity. The best prices are found in the shoulder seasons, April and May, and September and October. The biggest crowds and highest cruise fares come mid-June through mid-August. Travelers who want the best shot at viewing the northern lights should book a cruise at the very end of the season and tack on a cruise ship tour to Denali and Fairbanks for the greatest potential. So, when should you book your Alaska cruise? We always recommend booking your cruise early, even 9 to 12 months in advance, to get the lowest prices and best pick of cabins. You can probably wait until January or February, when cruise lines put out wave season sales and promotions, to see if you can get a deal on your Alaska sailing. Once it gets to be March or April, your booking is considered last minute. You might find a low fare, especially on shoulder season cruises, but you might also find that the room types you prefer are sold out or that fares have gone up on a nearly full ship. When it comes to planning shore excursions or time in port, you'll find more things you must see or do on your Alaska cruise than you have time for. Flight seeing is a popular activity, either by a float plane that will soar you over beautiful natural areas or a helicopter that will fly you up to the top of a glacier. Dog slide rides or visiting a dog sled training center and playing with the Huskies are quintessential Alaska activities. To get more of a glimpse of Alaska culture and lifestyle, get tickets to a lumberjack show, attend a salmon bake, or go on a crab fishing tour. History buffs will want to explore the state's gold rush history, either with a local tour of Skagway or a ride on the White Pass and Yukon Railroad. Culturally curious cruisers can visit a totem park or see a performance by Native Alaskans. Animal lovers can sign up for a whale watch, visit a bald eagle preserve, or take a tour to observe bears in their natural habitat or at a sanctuary. Active travelers can work up a sweat hiking, kayaking, biking, ziplining, and even snorkeling in Alaska's wilderness. Don't want to book a tour? Alaska's cruise ports provide plenty of shopping opportunities for souvenirs and locally made crafts. Grab an Alaskan beer at a historic saloon or try local seafood at any number of portside restaurants. With all of this in mind, don't forget your packing list. Your packing list for an Alaska cruise will look very different from your Caribbean one. You'll want to include a rain jacket and other rain gear such as boots, pants, and an umbrella, some warm layers, hats, and gloves for chilly days and glacier viewing, some binoculars for wildlife spotting, bug spray for those pesky mosquitoes, a pair of hiking boots if you plan on getting out into nature, a swimsuit and sunscreen because sometimes it's warm and sunny, a camera with wide-angle and telephoto lenses, a day pack for carrying extra layers and souvenirs, and lastly, waterproof bags for kayaking or rafting trips. Are you feeling ready for your upcoming Alaska adventure? Comment below if you found this video helpful. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you want to learn more about all things cruising.